imagine a lot of people would just look at that and say, like, well, you didn't make it. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna fail.
See,
That just means that I can't do what you did.
yeah, and
Not exactly
main
the case.
character syndrome runs amok with
Right.
people these days. Where it's like, no, I hear your story, but you're not me. It's like,
Right.
actually, you're a little worse off than the person that just told you that you need to do better.
Right.
It's like, nah, but I'm overcome. It's like, because it's like God, these people, when they focus on the exception, when they focus on the exception to the rule and be like, this is enough for me to keep going. Dude, how many homeless people grew up to be Tyler Perry? For real. How many homeless people became Tyler Perry?
Oh, bro, fuck if I know. I don't know the answer to that.
Tyler Perry. That's it. And then, but no. Just because he made it is like, nah. He's like, he's not me. It's like, I can still bounce back. It's like, this person got it in the mud and still made it. It's like, this person was able to go and do this and still make it. This person bounced back from doing a 15-year bid and still made it. It's like, why do you have to put yourself under the worst conditions and be like, yeah, I'm still gonna make it? It's like, what? Oh, Lord. But you couldn't take the path of least resistance? It's like, nah, I got it. It's like, okay, you got it. And then when they trip and fall on 4 flats and no gas.
Where do you think that whole main character syndrome comes from in the first place?
Watching too much fucking anime.
You think it's just anime? Not everybody.
I honestly don't think that. That was it. That all of that was a joke. It's like, I wouldn't blame anime for none of that
these days. What you mean?
I wouldn't blame anime for any of that.
Now, granted, I could understand it if the only anime they ever watched was Dragon Ball Z.
What you got against Dragon Ball Z?
Bro, yell loud enough, and then you will win.
That actually is none of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, 5 episodes straight of straight yelling, and at the end of the season,
he's charging up his power.
Yelling the entire time.
Well, how much time actually passed in all that yelling?
I don't honestly know. I never watched the actual. I only ever watched the abridged.
I don't think it's like I haven't found anything on the internet yet that has effectively broken down DBZ time, but I actually was able to figure it out watching Super.
Oh, what'd you get?
It's the craziest thing. The Tournament of Power is what gave it away. The Tournament of Power is what gave it away. Because I think how long was the Tournament of Power? I want to stop. It's been so long since I watched Super. Hold up. How long was the Tournament of Power? I want to make sure I know how long it was. Oh, the tournament consists of a single match with all 80 fighters battling at the same time. The match will last for 100 tacks, which equates to roughly 48 minutes. The entire Tournament of Power was roughly 48 minutes.
And how many episodes was that going on for?
Right. How many episodes does the Tournament of Power have? 54 episodes. That's DBZ time. That's how fast it is. That's why he's yelling that long. That's that 5 episodes of yelling. That much, a lot of time has not really passed.
Let's see. I didn't watch Super, but were there at least some episodes where some things were going on at the same time, was just played off in a different episode?
Actually, yes. That's the thing. That's another thing that makes the time pass so slowly, because it's like they'll show maybe 5 minutes of the episode will be a fight or interaction between between 2 characters, but then it'll break off and it'll show you 5 minutes of another interaction going on between 2 different characters. But what they didn't divulge is that these 2 events are happening at the same time, not one after the other.
Yeah, it's that sort of shit that makes it difficult to keep track of that shit, making it seem like this shit's way longer than it
Which
needs
is
to be.
exactly why he's yelling for 5 episodes. So after I
But
took that
that
into
wasn't what
account,
I was referring to at all. I was talking about whenever the first time the gang went to Namek up against Frieza.
uh-huh.
Hmm.
What about
And
it?
spending all that time on the damn spirit bomb yelling for multiple episodes while this shit's going on.
That shit was hilarious. Well, DBZ Abridged was hilarious. I like Dragon Ball Z. I like Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, especially abridged. I wish those guys.
I really wish they did the Boo saga, but uh,
I
but
wish they
no,
did
I
the
don't.
entire series, but damn,
But before we get too far off track, no, I don't
we've already
think
been off far off track. What you mean?
I wouldn't blame anime for the main character syndrome. Like
No, you could take it to like take an example from any sort of media where there's at least a two opposing sides or multiple opposing sides. It's like, or even not even media, but the way that we like have like just our sports for one example. Is like there's always a team, our team and their team,
yeah, but it's
and it
not but that's
feels
still not
great.
one. It's you you're one of many.
Right. You're one of many, but you really want your team to win.
But you know what I honestly may think it has something to do with?
Mm.
In the early years of life, trying to press the fact that every child was special. That child is going to try and go the thousandth mile to try and figure out what it is that makes them special, especially if they're self-aware of their own existence. If every child is told that they're special, and then they become self-aware of their own status, whether it be through them looking on Instagram and seeing how high up some people are in comparison to them, or perceived to be up that high, because social media, you can show the best parts of any situation. It's like them being told that they're special, and then they become self-aware of their situation, and it's like, they said I'm special. I don't see anything special here. I gotta figure out what is it that I'm special for? What makes me special? I think that might be one of the key ingredients that can lead into main character syndrome, because it's like them striving to figure out, they said I was special. So it's like if they are self-aware, that's what special is, and they're self-aware of themselves and they don't see anything special, it can cause them to reach out to try and do crazier things to try and basically fit the title. And that's the crazy thing is you've told every child that they're special. So now it's like that might not even be the outcome every time. But if you told every child that they're special, yeah, you're going to have some that come up with main character syndrome because they're trying to figure out what it is that makes them special in the first place because they didn't see nothing on them. And then it's like being told that you're special to only end up, it's like you're casting a bad light on being ordinary. Nobody wants to be ordinary these days. Everybody's got to be special. But if everybody's special, nobody's special.
Everything you're saying is correct. The only issue I take with that is I've never seen a parent actually tell their child that they're special.
You've never seen
Now,
a parent tell their child that they're special?
no, I've seen parents tell other people that their child's special. It's like, oh yeah, he's already talking at the age of 1. He's gonna be a genius whenever he grows up. I see parents gloat about their children to other people, yeah, but I never really see them telling their child that very often. That's
Sometimes
not to
it
say
won't
that
even be
there
the
aren't.
parent. Sometimes it won't even be the parent. Sometimes it'll be the dang school.
It's the school system at all these days. But no, it's like I don't think that you can really boil it down to one situation as to what molds or nurtures a child into feeling that a main character syndrome.
It's like, can you imagine? Can you imagine being a child that had your entire academic career was spent in like AP and gifted, only to end up being a plain Jane when you get out of school?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen a bunch like was it some movies where they depict like the old quarterback in nothing more than a retail job, manager at a retails or working as like at a car dealerships. Like they were going to make it big, but never got passed into college.
If you don't take,
Never.
it's like if you don't take that hit correctly, there could be some complications.
Yeah. There could definitely be some issues. But I also agree that it should be a good idea to teach, what was it? Be a good idea to teach the children that it's okay to be normal. Because you don't hear any good things about being normal aside from being a part of the community, being part of the sheep, basically.
Some people downplay
That
being normal.
and yeah, it's like being normal is something that's almost sinful. It's like you have to be special. You have to be something different. You have to be. It's like you will hear about being different, trying to make a difference, that sort of deal on more like on the internet, at least these days. It's like
Mm,
you will hear more people talking about like trying to change the world, save the planet, and nothing about what you can do in your own community nearby you.
mm.
It's like so focused on what on the world at large, you can't even take care of the shit going on around you.